To celebrate World Wetlands Day, here are 10 creatures to look out for when exploring wetlands. And unusually for this channel, you don't need a net to see them. Water voles are sadly famous for being the UK's fastest declining mammal. And although they're not out of trouble, the eradication of non-native mink, combined with reintroductions, has helped it recover in some areas. Often you can spot them eating vegetation while sitting on their feeding platforms, which are usually under some cover. Kingfishers are certainly a candidate for the UK's most colourful bird, and many people's favourite. Their feathers are not actually blue, but have an iridescence that reflects blue light, which is why they look a bit duller in cloudy conditions. Most sightings of kingfisher are of a blue blur whizzing past, but if you are lucky, you can see them perched up over water and diving for fish. At some reserves, you can sit in a hide and observe them flying in and out of their nest holes, which are in small sandy cliffs, often in riverbanks. But if you come across one elsewhere, do be careful, as the nests are protected from disturbance by law. Whirligig beetles famously swim in circles on the water's surface, which they do at high speed with two rapidly paddling pairs of legs. They are perfectly adapted to live on the surface, with their eyes split into two so they can see both above and below the surface at the same time. And the ripples they create as they swim round act like sonar, helping them to hunt down prey, which is usually insects that have got trapped in the surface tension. Look out for them on ponds, lakes, ditches and slow-flowing rivers in areas of clear water. The creation of wetlands and reed beds in recent decades has helped many species, including bearded tits, but arguably the bittern is the one that has benefited the most. This well-camouflaged reed bed specialist has seen its numbers increase from just 11 booming males in 1997 to well over 200 in recent years. They're not always easy to see, but a patient wait in a known hotspot with views through the reed bed can give a good chance of seeing these elusive fish-eating birds. Near slow-moving rivers, in the evenings of late May and early June, you can often find groups of adult drake mayflies. Here you can find males flying up and down trying to court the females. These will have spent 2 years in the sediment at the bottom of the river as a nymph, and once they emerge as adults, many only live for 24 hours. The grass snake is our only native semi-aquatic reptile, and it can often be found hanging around ponds, where it hunts down mainly amphibians, including great crested newts. And they have a party trick when threatened, as they will lay on their back and pretend to be dead, while releasing a foul-smelling liquid to really sell the deception. They can be found in the warmer months, basking in sunny spots on the banks and hunting in water for prey. Common frogs only visit ponds for a short time in spring to breed, when you can hear the males' very low-pitched call. But you can find the adults hopping around the damp areas in and around wetlands for most of the year. And of course in spring and summer, the tadpoles can be seen swimming around in ponds, where they will often gather in the shallow areas, as the warm water found there will help speed up their development. And if you're lucky, you might come across the froglets as they emerge in summer, sometimes en masse. And their non-native relatives, the marsh frogs, can be found in many wetlands, especially in the southeast, and these spend the whole year in and around water, and where they occur, you will often hear their very loud call. Pond skaters are another surface-dwelling insect that is often seen in wetlands, and their ability to stand and jump on water has given them the nickname Jesus bugs. They can do this thanks to the tiny water-repelling hydrophobic hairs which cover their legs and body, except for the very tips of their feet, as this means they pierce the water's surface, which gives them some grip or traction for when they want to move. They can also sense ripples and vibrations in the water, and when they detect an insect that has become trapped in the water's surface, they will move towards it and stab it with their beak-like rostrum, sucking out the body fluid. And a large insect like a dragonfly can attract multiple pond skaters. In my 100% biased view, the highlight of any summer visit to wetland are dragonflies and damselflies. The adults will start emerging in April most years, and depending on species, they will have spent between a few months and 7 years underwater as predatory nymphs that have extended mouth parts to catch their prey. But it's the adults you're most likely to see, and they are the most successful predators in the animal kingdom, using their large compound eyes and superior flight abilities to catch prey in 90% of their attempts. And not only are they among the most colourful and best looking of our insects, they can be found at any wetland, even one as small as a garden pond. And finally, I have to mention nature's wetland creators, the beaver. Extinct in the UK for many years, they have been reintroduced, both officially and unofficially, to a few rivers across England and Scotland. And these ecosystem engineers create habitats that benefit all the previous species and many, many more. So hopefully, official reintroductions will start in England sooner rather than later. Hope you enjoyed that. Please give it a like and leave a comment if you did, and do subscribe for more freshwater wildlife content. Thanks for watching.